been away a long time, so we are not aware of the strange things going on in Harmony.
What, like a dead man coming back to life?
Exactly. Stranger things have happened. I feel a sense of evil.
Who's evil other than Fancy?
No, Fancy is not one of them. But I tell you, there are evil forces at work here.
What about Sheridan? The aunt I knew would never in a million years threaten to kill someone. I mean, she's not capable of murder.
You would be surprised to learn what a person is capable of if evil has gotten hold of them.
What, like someone being possessed?
Something like that. Pretty, you must not let evil get a hold of you. Do not try to destroy Fancy's life. Do not try to come between Fancy and Luis. If the execution is to go forward, let Luis die in peace, knowing that the woman he loves is there for him. Let Luis die, still loving Fancy.
But if Luis is innocent like everyone says and is going to die because of a lie, then letting him die thinking that my sister is a good person is a lie too.
Two wrongs do not make a right.
But Fancy, she hurt me so much, Father. And I don't just mean a scar on my face, I mean a scar on my soul. She cost me any hope of ever having a happy future with husband or children.
Even so, who are you to say Fancy has not suffered enough? She is about to lose Luis, the man she loves. At the risk of sounding like a broken record, telling Luis what you say Fancy did to you will ultimately hurt him more than Fancy. It would shatter this man who is dying and loves Fancy more than anything. Luis's last thoughts on earth will not be that his family and friends love him. His last conscious memory will be that Fancy is not the woman he thinks she is. Do you want to add to this man's suffering? He is going to die. Is that not horrible enough for both Fancy and Luis?
Luis Lopez Fitzgerald, you are about to be put to death by lethal injection as ordered by the state, having been convicted of crimes against the state. Do you have any final words?
No. I'm innocent of the charges. I've made peace with God, and I've said goodbye to my loved ones.
You may begin.
No, God, please don't let this happen. No. You're making a mistake. Luis is innocent. And you're not.
The thought of living through this again is unbearable.
I'm so sorry, Mama.
Hey, if you people cannot control yourselves, I will have you all removed.
Why don't we calm down a little bit while they prepare? I think this guy means business.
I just hope that nothing goes wrong so I can go in peace.
The condemned is ready to receive the lethal injection whenever you give the word, sir.
Can nothing save my son?
Let me think. No.
So sorry it took me so long. Miles was having a nightmare, and Daddy called for me to sing him to sleep.
Honey, this is a nightmare. I can't get him.
I know.
Oh, he's just gonna die.
It's all so wrong. I know.
And that blackmailer can add one more murder to his list.
Have you seen my mom anywhere? She's supposed to be here.
You killed an innocent woman, Ray. And you're making an innocent man. Luis, take the blame for it.
No one is innocent.
You made him take the fall for murder.
I had to.
And those vicious attacks that you made on Fancy. And that poor bartender. And what about the doctor that was just trying to help you? That's all you.
Yes. But you don't understand.
Vincent, let Luis live. Just own up to everything you've done, and your father and I will make sure you have all the help that you need.
I don't need any help. I have everything under control. Luis is gonna die, and there's nothing you can do to stop it.
What are you doing? What are you...
Making it so you don't see Luis die.
All right. If no one is coming to help me, then I'm gonna have to get myself out of here so I can save Luis. God, my silence cost Grace her life. And I am not gonna make that same mistake twice. Luis is not gonna die if I can help it.
Well, since there's no last-minute reprieve from the governor, I hereby declare that the execution of Luis Lopez Fitzgerald is to proceed.
No. No, don't do it! Don't kill Luis!
Begin.
Breathe in, breathe out. You keep me alive. You are my passion for life.
Maybe Luis didn't die before so that I could tell him how evil a person Fancy is.
At the risk of being evil yourself?
Is it evil or evening the score?
Pretty, my child, I have known you your whole life. I baptized you, I gave you First Communion. I was at the hospital with you for days after you were hurt. I prayed for you, and we prayed together.
Yes, well, God didn't answer my prayers, did he, Father?
You did not lose your sight, nor suffer hearing loss, nor was your speech impaired.
But if you could see me, Father.
I may be blind, but I still see you, Pretty. I see you are not a cruel person. I know it is not in your nature to cause pain to a man in the last moments of life.
You're remembering how I used to be, Father. When I still had hope that they could fix what Fancy did to me. But they couldn't. I've seen all of the specialists in the world had more reconstructive surgery than all of Hollywood combined, and I'm still hideous. People still make fun of me. If they aren't repulsed by me first. I've actually scared children.
I'm sorry.
It's not your fault. It's Fancy's fault. She did this to me. She ruined my life.
She swears it was an accident. She always has.
No surprise there.
Won't you please give your sister the benefit of the doubt and spare Luis your anger?
to, please. No, stop. Luis is innocent.
Hey, you heard what the warden said. Okay, you're gonna have to control yourselves or he's gonna throw you out.
This wasn't supposed to happen. Luis wasn't supposed to die.
What do you mean he wasn't supposed to die?
Be careful, Chad's here. He's been looking for you.
What can I say? I'm irresistible.
He's convinced that you knew that you were his nephew when you slept with him, that you deliberately set out to ruin his relationship with Whitney.
Chad's willing to say anything to win Whitney back.
Hey, where have you been?
I ducked out because my being around upset you. But now it's time for Elisa's execution. I want to be here for Teresa's sake.
Well, she's a mess. I mean, we all are. I mean, it's poor Luis. Somebody out there has to know that he's innocent. I cannot believe no one has come forward before, before it's too late.
Luis is so perfectly innocent. I'm just not gonna be able to live with myself if I can't try to rescue him. Julian's concern with Vincent be damned. Grace, please help me do the right thing this time, please. Oh, he's losing consciousness. Oh, God.
No! Stop! And don't kill Luis, please! He was framed!
Our brother is innocent.
Listen, guys, you're gonna have to stop this or they'll throw you out.
It's too late to save Luis now anyway.
Stop! Stop the execution! Luis is innocent!
Please, let Luis die in peace.
Nothing would hurt Fancy more than Luis knowing the truth about how horrible she is.
Don't you think watching Luis be executed would hurt Fancy most of all? Luis is the man she loves. His death would cause a crushing blow to Fancy, one from which she may never recover.
I'm not taking any chances, okay? I want Fancy wounded for the rest of her life, just like I am, thanks to her.
It is God's place to reward and punish, not yours. Let him judge your sister at a time of his choosing. Until then, let Luis die in peace.
What the hell is Mother doing?
I shudder to think.
You just stop this madness! Stop this execution! Luis didn't kill anybody!
Guard, subdue her immediately.
You stop this process right now!
We can't. The governor did not issue a stay of execution.
Yeah, well, the governor doesn't know the truth, does he? Luis is innocent. Everybody just back off.
Gracias, Dios Santo. Eva's saving Luis. If it's not too late.
Bennett, get in here. You are the police. Now stop her.
Don't do it, Dad.
Dad, no, you know he's innocent.
Look, I don't have a choice. Besides, if I don't stop Eve, she could be shot by one of the guards.
No.
Eve, you can't do this.
No, Sam, I'm sorry. I can't not do this. Grace would be alive right now if I had done the right thing, and I'm not gonna make that mistake a second time.
I'm calling for reinforcements.
No, you're not, right?
Is he dead?
No, Luis is alive.
Thank goodness.
The first solution that came through, it's not lethal. It It just knocks him unconscious. The second one will paralyze him. The third one gives him a heart attack.
So Louise will be okay?
If I'm not too late.
Eve, you're gonna be in a lot of trouble for this.
Sam, you're just gonna have to trust me. Trust me that I learned a lesson from Grace.
Listen to her, Dad.
You are my passion for life.
Please, Dr. Russell, you have to save Louise.
Yes. Eve, you have to save him. All right, everybody, just back off. Give Louise some air, please. Is this the miracle we were praying for?
Let's hope so, Mama. If Dr. Russell knows that Louise is innocent, then she must know who's guilty.
So is Louise dead yet? The sooner he goes to hell for killing Ray, the better.
No, he's not dead. At least I don't think he is.
But isn't my mom in there pronouncing him dead?
She's trying to revive him.
What? Why would my mom try to revive the man who killed Ray?
Simone, okay, she came in here, she said he's innocent, and she tried to stop it.
I don't understand.
Simone?
Hi. I just told her what happened.
I still don't understand. Why would mom try to save Louise? He murdered the woman I love.
Okay, we don't know any of that yet, but there is something that I do need to tell you.
Does it have anything to do with the messages you left?
Yeah, Mom and Julian found their long-lost son.
They did?
It's Vincent.
It's Vincent? He's our half-brother?
Only in our family, right?
Oh, but wait, Chad was sleeping with his own nephew?
And Vincent might have known the whole time that that was his uncle, yes.
But then why?
Okay, well, look, we don't even know anything yet. I mean, we've been dealing with Louise being executed. We haven't had a chance to talk to Vincent yet.
Okay, so why is Vincent even here? I mean, what does he have to do with Louise?
Louise is coming too.
Oh, thank God.
There's hope for Louise and me yet.
Dr. Eve. Are you dead too? We in heaven?
No, Louise, we're not dead. You didn't die. You're alive and you're going to be okay.
Louise, I thought I'd lost you.
We all did, Neil.
We were all out of our minds with upset. Yeah, some of us more than others. We're so glad you're alive. So very, very glad.
Dr. Russell, step aside, please. Your interference with the will of the state stops here and now. Luis Lopez Fitzgerald was sentenced to death. That sentence has not yet been carried out. Doctor, get in here. Reinsert the condemned's IV and let's get the execution on here.
You can't kill an innocent man.
Guards, get her out of here.
Try anything like that again, you'll be sorry.
Let me go, please. Just let me explain.
Tell it to the judge. I'm gonna have you brought up on charges.
Wait a second here. A man's life is hanging in the balance. If Dr. Russell knows something that affects his fate, then it would be immoral not to hear her out.
I'm not losing my job over this.
Well, better you lose your job than Luis lose his life.
Eve, go on. Tell us how you know he's innocent.
Don't give me up again, Mom.
Lie, Eve, lie.
I know I should have come forward with this when I first heard about it, but I was weak. And I let myself be swayed to keep quiet.
Don't do it, Mom.
I won't let Luis die for someone else's crimes.
Well, who is it, Eve? And what else do you know?
I know that Luis is telling the truth. He didn't kill Ray or that poor bartender.
Well, I didn't rape Fancy or commit arson either.
I know you didn't.
Who, Mom? Who killed Ray?
Don't do it, Mom.
Well, tell us, Eve. Who's the guilty party?
Vincent. My son with Julian. He murdered Ray and that poor bartender.
Vincent is your son?
My very troubled child. He admitted to me that he committed both murders and that he framed Luis.
You bastard! You killed the woman I love! Damn you, Vincent! Damn you straight to hell!
Do you really think I should keep quiet, Father?
Yes, pretty. If you feel the need to deal with your anger at Fancy at some time after Luis's death, so be it. I will not stand in your way. In fact, I will be happy to meet with you both, put everything out on the table, and, I hope, through God's wisdom, heal the rift between you and your sister.
Some things never heal, Father.
They would have a better chance if you didn't add to the acrimony between you by telling Luis that Fancy is not the woman he thinks she is. All that will do is cause Luis more pain. And the man has suffered enough.
All right. Okay, I won't tell Luis what Fancy did to me. My fight is with my sister, not him, and Luis has suffered enough due to our family.
Bless you, my child. You have made the right decision. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to be with Luis's family and friends.
You monster! How could you kill Ray? You knew that I loved her with all of my heart!
That's why I did it, you fool. Because Ray made you happy. And I couldn't have that. I wanted you to suffer. Suffer the same way I suffered my whole life.
How is that my fault?
Because you and Whitney had our mom to love you. I didn't. She gave you and Whitney everything and didn't give a damn about me. So, you had to pay. You and Whitney both.
You're sick. Vincent, you are sick!
Guard! Detain that man on suspicion of murder. Simone! Hey! Simone! Simone, stop! Vincent will get what is coming to him.
Now, Noah is right. Vincent won't be able to hurt anyone else, honey.
But Ray didn't do anything wrong, and now she's dead because of his sick notions of revenge.
It was justice.
Justice would be strapping you down and giving you a lethal injection because I thought...
Eve, are you sure Vincent murdered Ray Thomas and the bartender?
Sammy confessed to me that he did it.
Well, when? And how long have you known this?
Just recently.
Recently? Dr. Russell, why didn't you come forward? I mean, Luis would have been cleared instead of almost being executed.
Yes, Eve, all of this would have been avoided.
I sense tension. What's wrong? Has Luis been executed?
No, Father. Luis is still alive.
Thank heaven. But how?
Well, it would seem that Vincent, that would be Julian and Eve's long-lost son, is the real murderer.
Vincent confessed to me some time ago that they were his real parents. Of course, it was told to me in confidence.
Of course, Father.
Has Vincent confessed to anything else?
You mean there's more?
I know I should have come forward sooner. But I just felt so guilty about Vincent being kidnapped from the hospital all those years ago.
Eve, it wasn't your fault. It was Alistair's doing.
I know, but he was my baby. And he was taken from me, and I should have done a better job at protecting him. And instead, I failed him. I allowed him to go into foster care and to be shuffled from one home to another. So when he finally came back into my life, I just felt like I owed him so much. I just wanted to protect him. Julian didn't want anyone to know that our child, a Crane, was also a murderer.
Julian knew. And he was ready to let my son die? Father, how could would you? You know how much I love Luis?
He's my son, for God's sake. I was trying to protect him. Tell it, Pilar. Tell Fancy you understand my position.
Oh, I completely understand, Julian. You bastard! Oh, at least Eve had the courtesy to come forward. But you were gonna let my son die?
Vincent has problems. I was protecting him as you would your own children.
Allowing my son to be executed? Unacceptable. Eve, I cannot believe that you didn't come forward the minute that you knew that Vincent was the murderer.
I'm so sorry, Pilar. I hate myself for not coming forward right away, but you have to understand that I felt so guilty about how things turned out with Vincent, and he has such problems.
Problems? He's a murderer!
No, and that there isn't any excuse. I'm so sorry. I know I betrayed you and your family and Luis and his loved ones and Simone.
But at least you came forward, Eve. You ultimately did the right thing.
And you, Julian. We've always known you've been morally challenged, but this is a record low even for you.
Or you'd know, dear, still having Grace Bennett's blood on your hands.
You know, it's bad enough you tried to kill Whitney at the courthouse that one time.
Whoa, what?
Oh my God.
Like, I didn't tell you guys because it would have exposed my relationship with Vincent. But killing innocent people to hurt other innocent people? Hey, you got a problem, all right? You're evil.
I may be the devil, baby, but you couldn't get enough of me. In fact, if we were alone, you'd probably have your way with me right now.
Okay, I think I'm gonna be sick.
You're our half-brother. You murdered my lover. You slept with Whitney's husband. What kind of a monster are you?
Don't you two get it? I'm not the villain here. Our mother is. For years, she tried to convince herself that I didn't even exist, that I died as an infant. I was nothing more than a mistake forgotten.
That's not true.
And you, her darling daughters, got everything, and I got nothing. Well, turnabout is fair play.
Oh, man, you are insane. Whitney, can you see now how he set us up? He came on to me to hurt you.
Chad, you didn't turn down his advances. You were more than happy to jump into the sack with him, so it's not Vincent's fault that our marriage is ruined. It's yours. There's no turning back from that.
I hope you end up strapped down to that table and executed for what you did.
Unfortunately, Vincent did more than to commit murder and arson.
Dear God, please just shut up.
No, Julia. The whole truth needs to come out. And the truth is that Vincent is a notorious costumed blackmailer.
Most merciful Father, please hear my heartfelt prayer of thanksgiving for sparing the life of your noble servant, Luis Lopez Fitzgerald. Indeed, it is always a commandment of yours that no innocent man should ever suffer at the hands of man. I pray now that Vincent Crane has been revealed as a murderer, among other things, that peace will now return to your flock in harmony. I pray that loved ones can now be together, rejoicing in your gift of newfound happiness. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the... What is that noise?
It is I, Father. I come on swift wings with a message from afar.
On wings? Are you an angel?
Ask not what I am. Just know that your prayers will not be answered. There will be neither peace nor happiness here in harmony.
Stay tuned for more passions. Check out the Fashionator at iVillage.com for the hottest trends this season. Don't be a fashion victim. Visit iVillage.com.
So Vincent's the one that's been trying to ruin all of our lives, huh? You're the one that
force Teresa to marry Jared and insist that she have his baby, and you're the perv that chloroformed me and held me hostage. Are you kidding me, man?
You shot Jared too, didn't you?
He tried to kill me at the hospital.
And you paid to have sex with my daughter, Jessica?
And he tried to burn Teresa and me alive in the Crane Mausoleum.
Am I good or what? And you love being tied up. I can tell.
You would die.
You get out! I want a piece of him!
Everyone, stop it! He's mine now.
You're a little bit older than what I'm used to, but you're still hot, so okay.
Funny. Real funny. You're under arrest for the murder of Ray Thomas and Dylan Flood, the bartender from the Blue Note, and arson.
Whatever I did because I was denied the lives you people have.
Take him outside. There's an officer outside waiting to read him his rights.
Yes, sir.
Dad,
get out.
Help me! You owe me that much, Dad!
I'll do what I can. You're happy now, Eve. When he needed us most, you betrayed him. Our child will never get the help he needs. He'll end up being the poster boy for murder and mayhem.
I wonder why they keep referring to Vincent as their child and not their son.
You just come down off your pedestal, Julian. You don't care anything about Vincent. I bet you'll use his problems to mitigate any damage he's done to Crane Industries.
Why shouldn't I if it's the truth?
This from the man who wouldn't use the truth to save Luis's life.
I am so thankful you're alive, Luis. And free of the charges against you.
Yeah, me too.
Luis, I am so sorry.
When I think of how close I came to losing both you and Teresa, my blood runs cold.
Did I miss something?
Yeah. Sheridan tried to electrocute Teresa and almost killed Gwen while doing it.
What?
Why, Sheridan? How could you do such a thing?
Teresa, I didn't want to hurt you. I really didn't, but Vincent made me do it.
He was blackmailing you too?
Yeah. It was emotional blackmail. Vincent is in love with Ethan. And he figured with Teresa gone, Ethan would be free to love him. So he forced me to make a deal. I kill Teresa. He saves Luis.
I can't believe that you would try to kill one of my children to save another.
I know it was wrong, but I couldn't lose Luis.
Yeah, Sheridan, you've already lost me.
No.
I don't even want to think about what you did to my sister. It's like you're turning into Alistair.
Please don't say that, Luis. I love you.
No. I really do not want to see you right now.
Sheridan, I'm placing you under arrest for attempted murder.
Gee, no, no, don't. I mean, you know, a lot has happened tonight, and just arresting Sheridan on top of Vincent, that would just overshadow Luis being alive. And you know what? I'm not dead.
Neither am I.
Even so, a crime has been committed.
I won't press charges, Chief.
But Teresa, she tried to kill you.
I know. But she said she was doing it to save Luis. And I understand going to extremes.
Look, I'm not sure what I'm going to do here, but I'll have a word with the DA's office and I'll let them decide. Meanwhile, you're not to leave town. Do you understand?
I won't.
Now, as for you two, there's still a matter of withholding evidence in a felony investigation.
I accept all the consequences, Sam.
You can speak to my attorney.
I'm just glad this ordeal's over. Luis is alive. Gwen and Teresa are both alive. The blackmailer is arrested.
Let's get you out of here.
That actually sounds like a great idea. First, though, I just want to thank everybody for sticking by me, even when it really didn't look too good. Especially you. Especially you.
I can't take this anymore.
Please tell me why my prayers for peace and happiness will not be answered.
The worst isn't over. In fact, there is more evil to follow. Much more. Harmony will come to reek of it.
Dear God in heaven.
Beware, Father. Beware.
I need to go home and rest. Father Lonigan was right. It would have been wrong to tell Luis the truth about Fancy. Sheridan.
Pretty, I need you now more than ever.
Why?
I need you to tell Luis what a horrible person Fancy is, how she attacked you and left you scarred for life.
Wait, Luis is still alive?
Yes. And I need you to tell him how cruel Fancy was to you for no reason at all. He will never forgive her. I'll be able to win Luis back. With your help.